My name is Commissioner Frank Avila. I'm a commissioner at the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. Now, you just heard Mark said he's the largest company here in Chicago. Largest, just think of the largest. Well, we're at the Water Rec. We have the largest wastewater plant in the world. We are big. We have the largest reservoirs in the world. We have the largest phosphorus removal plant in the world. We have the largest ultraviolet light processing plant in the world. We are big. Our budget is $1.2 billion. Now, how many here know what we do? Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. It's a big name, water. We are not the water filtration plant. That's the city of Chicago. That's drinking water. Our mission, we have 3 missions. One is to protect the water supply, Lake Michigan. Our other mission is to prevent flooding here in Cook County. And as I mentioned, we are the #1 and #2 agency in the world. Think of it, guys. You're living here in Cook County, and we are the #1 and #2. Think of it, #1 and #2. What is that? What is #1 and #2? Guys, we're the wastewater plant here in Cook County, the largest in the world, and we treat #1 and #2. Poop and pee. That's what we do. Okay? Big. We are big. And our budget that I mentioned is $1.2 billion. And we have a program for minorities to work and participate in our agency. We have a 20% goal. And most of our projects that we were doing for the last 5 years were $100 million projects, $200 million projects, $160 million projects. Now, these projects are being completed in the next year. But now we have smaller projects now. We have smaller projects for OMAR's members to start participating in our work, and we want OMAR contractors to come and participate. And when they do participate, we have a program, an internship program with goals with the trade unions that OMAR could bring on also. Because what's going to be lacking? Mark just mentioned all these big projects that are coming up in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. What is going to be lacking to do those projects, guys? What? We need what? Labor, trades people. We need trades people to go into the apprentice program. Mark said it's going to take 3, 4, 5 years, so we need it now. Not 5 years from now. We need now for the tradespeople to come in and get trained to do these work. We need contractors. We need programs to help contractors to see how to get a line of credit on the back end, because most of our contractors could do the work. They could do the work, but what's lacking? Funding to do the work. That's a problem that we have right now. So as the district, how many here heard of STEM? Science, technology, engineering, and math, right? We need to go into the grammar schools and start educating the kids to teach them about STEM. But I always like art. So now from STEM, we're going to call it STEAM. Science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Because we need our brain to work both sides. We need our brain to work both sides. Because on the art side will give us the innovation, the creation to do the technical on the left side there. That's what we need. So at the district, we are going to start a program where we'd like to go and invite schools to come and visit our plant and show them how we take care of your human waste. Now, you know, when we talk about your human waste, when we treat it, if we didn't have any wastewater plants and microbes to treat your human waste, we will have a lot of poop here in Cook County, I'm telling you. But every day we treat 500 tons a day. 500 tons a day that is fertilizer that we give to the farmers to grow their livestock feed, and it keeps your fertilizer, your product that you use to make fertilizer, keeps the soil more saturated, and they yield more per acre using our fertilizer. We have compost that we're giving away free. Anyone here that wants compost or a rainbow pushpond compost, we'll bring over truckloads of compost, and we give it to the park district, the golf course, resident. When you use your product that you give us, that we treat, vegetables, your plants will really grow because they have more nutrients in there. So I encourage you that if you have a school out there that wants us to come out and talk about STEAM, we want to come out to the grammar schools. We want to come out of grammar school to educate the kids in the environmental industry, because that is going to save the planet. Who's going to save the planet? The kids are going to save the planet. So, as I mentioned, my name is Mr. Frank Avila. I'm with the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. And if you want tours to visit our plants, if you want us to go out to your schools, to any of your meetings, we want to come out and educate you on the environment. Because the good Lord made our body water, right? 60% of our body is water, right? Water is precious. And we're living in God's country because we have Lake Michigan. We're living in God's country because we got good black soil for crops. And we're living in God's country because you got the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. Amen.